MLB The Show has baseball on tap from lovely Citi Field in Flushing, Queens. We've got an NL East contest tonight between the Miami Marlins and the New York Mets. Major League Baseball on The Show is next. Noah Syndergaard gets the call for Game 1 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Their ball club is going to have to keep a close eye on this one. This guy's nearing 200 innings on the season, and that's a lot of innings. A guy that takes the ball every 5 days. I'm sure they're going to watch to see if there are any signs of him tiring early in this one.
And stepping in, Starling Marte. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Starling Marte.
First offering. First of 3 here on this Tuesday night as the game's first offering is taken for strike 1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty V. I think one of the toughest things, D-Row, is to keep playing with this sense of urgency. It looks like they're playoff bound, but the thing is, you need to keep going and not take your foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, you need to be rewarded for the marathon. And that's exactly what this team has done. They've already clinched a playoff berth, and now they get ready for the sprint. Try and find a way to get healthy, but not lose focus.
And this will miss as well, so he's in danger of losing the leadoff man here tonight. It's 3-1 now. Pitch popped up. Alonso is there. 1 out.
Batting second, the second baseman, Luis Arias.
Stepping up is Luis Arias. So we check out how he did in August versus how he's finishing off the season down the stretch here in September. And the pitch. Hey. 1 out, nobody on. Strike taken up in the zone.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes.
Nope, outside.
Hard sinker misses. 2-2. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with 1 away.
Well, he gives up the walk, but that was a really good pitch. Might have been just out of the zone, but not by much. A lot of guys would have gone fishing for that pitch, so sometimes the hitter just outlasts you.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. The average is at 308 entering play. 49 home runs and 114 runs batted in. Counts even to Trout, 1-1. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, he'll give a little bit off the edges, but he gets the respect not only from the pitchers, but from the players because his zone is consistent.
Yeah, as long as he's consistent, Dan, I'm okay with Mike Fillmore's zone. If a pitcher's pounding that zone, he wants to give a little bit off the outer edge, I'm okay with that.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
And he fouls this one off. Arias leads off first with one away. Hit out towards second. He's got it. One there. But they won't get two as he beats the relay to first. Ready now for the Marlins, Nicholas Castellanos. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Now the first pitch.
Ball one, no strike.
Throw over to the bag, and the runner back in standing. Here it comes, 1-0. Hoping to discourage a steal attempt with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
And that misses. 2-1.
One strike.
Has a look, now the pitch. The count now at 2-2.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Here now the 2-2. Ground ball left side. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first. And now, oh, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Well, this is a costly mistake to say the least. It's a dead ball situation. That means those runners automatically move up to second and third, not helping your cause very much when your errors are putting guys into scoring position.
Jesus Aguilar is in with two away as he takes a ball, 1-0. He'll start play with that average down in the low 230s. 24 home runs and 63 runs batted in. The 1-0.
Ball.
Next pitch will be number 24 in this long first inning. Outside, 3-0 now.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how long of a leash they'll give him, but they're not going to let him walk the world out there.
So the next to bat will be Jorge Alfaro. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fouled off.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike one.
Comes set. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
He put himself in a good position jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
2 out, bases loaded.
Nope.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Ready with the 1-2.
Oh, that's stick out.
And a swing and a miss here. So it took him 31 pitches, but the side is finally retired. Big-time strikeout and some raw emotion as he gets out of the jam. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Sandy Alcantara will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a real solid season up to this point. ERA under 3.5, which is saying something in these high-scoring games we see now in the game of baseball. This guy knows how to pitch, and if he's on, he knows how to minimize the damage. He'll be fun to watch in this one.
First delivery to him. Jeff McNeil is at the plate as he watches ball one. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty, I think the keys to winning today's game, let's focus on the offense. They have to hunt the fastball. They cannot miss it. You can't allow yourself to get deep in the count and have to deal with off-speed stuff exploding out of the zone. You get 1-0, 2-0, 3-1, what I like to refer to as count leverage. You have to find a way to move traffic with the heater.
Next for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. First pitch of the AB now.
Let's get it going, boys. Somebody's loose, hitting 98 with ease in the first inning.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 home. Hit hard down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. And he looks at his sinker for a called 3rd strike, and now there are 2 gone.
Batting third.
Now into the box, Dominic Smith. Lifetime against this particular arm. He's 0 for 9. First pitch on the way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Good pitch to hit, a sinker down the chute, but it's taken for a strike.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 2-2 now with 2 away, and the base is empty. A swing and a miss at a sinker. The strikeout retires the side. Inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. We are still scoreless. Now at the plate, Brian Anderson. As you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. First offering. Down the right field line. That's going to be down for a base hit. Possibly more than that. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Into the box now, Jazz Chisholm. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Anderson leads off second with nobody out. Too tight with
Ball
that
inside.
one. 3-0. Sinker misses, ball 4.
Well, he's really laboring in the early going here. That's his third walk of the game already. We'll see if he can get it together or if this is just one of those days where he's going to have to grind his way through this start.
So now here is Sandy Alcantara looking to put them ahead early with this at-bat. Here's the first pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
Up next to the Marlins, the left-hander,
So one down with a pair of runners aboard, and that'll bring up Starling Marte. First offering on its way.
That's the ball. Ball 1,
No score
strike.
here as we play inning number 2. 1-1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. And this ought to plate a couple as this ball's down for extra bases. He's in at second safely as they take the lead with 2 runs scoring on the play.
This thing was a double or more the second it left his bat. He really drove it well, and it ended up one-hopping the wall out there. And more importantly, he picks up 2 RBI along the way.
That'll bring up Luis Ariz. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Those jump throws are always some of the most exciting plays you'll see. So here it is again with Show Track. Shows off some great range, and is still somehow able to get a lot behind the throw as his momentum was taking him the other way. Not everybody can make that play. And that'll bring Mike Trout to the dish. 0-1 the count, reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt. The throw will go to third. And, oh, they say he beat the throw. Safe at third.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
2 outs here with a runner at third. And that's going to be high 2-2 now.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
3-2 now.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here, and when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys, and when that's the...
But we'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Miami's out in front 2-0. Bottom of the inning now, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Getting a run back in this inning, give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game.
And now a pitch on the way. Fouled away.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Here's the 1-1 delivery.
Ball, that's out.
And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball.
That's the heavy sinker right there. He has the ability to get ground balls when he needs them, potential double play situations, or to get that jam job with no one on base, that tapper right back to the pitcher. One of the toughest pitches to hit in the game.
Now the payoff pitch home is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
Next up from New York, Michael Conforto, currently 9th in the NL in hitting, entering play. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Conforto, a native of Washington, the Evergreen State. He was a first-round pick during the 2014 draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. Francisco Lindor waits on deck. And he fouls this one off. And he struck him out.
He's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Lifetime against this pitcher. He's done well, 7 for 12. He also has 1 home run. The 1-0.
2-0.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
3-0 to him now. 2 out, nobody on. Swinging on 3-0. Now 3 balls and a strike. And the 3-1. High in the air into shallow left center. Marte is under it. He handles it easily, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets. They trail it here 2-0. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the 3rd. Heidi?
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Don Mattingly about the Marlins' offensive production. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Top of the 3rd set to get underway. The right-handed hitting Nicholas Castellanos will bat next. Now the first pitch. As he can't catch up on a fastball to letters, and it's strike 1.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now. Castellanos brings a ton of pop to the plate with him, particularly against right-handed pitching. Some guys don't drive the ball as well when facing a pitcher who throws from the same side that they swing the bat, but that's certainly not the case here.
Yeah, this guy just absolutely hammers right-handed pitching. You know, some guys like the ball in, coming towards them, and that's exactly what the righty-on-righty matchup presents itself. A 2-seamer in, a 4-seamer that leaks out over the plate, a hanging breaking ball. This guy seems to absolutely hammer those.
Now 1 down with the bases empty, and up next will be the power-hitting first baseman, Big Jesus Aguilar. The pitch. Rising fastball, and it catches the zone for a strike.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting.
Stepping in next, Jorge Alfaro. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
In there for strike 1, 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. Count even at 2-2 to the Marlins catcher. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 2-2 pitch is fouled away. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away. Line drive to left. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you could say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
So now to the plate, Brian Anderson, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Alfaro, the runner at first with 2 gone. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Nimmo will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. One left for Miami, but they hold a 2-0 lead. J.D. Davis the next to bat. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. As the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Fouled off. Another 1-2 delivery. Hard sinker misses 2-2. High in the air down the right field line. And one gone now in the New York third. Now to the plate, James McCann. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Well located fastball right there. If he can continue to do that, he'll pitch deep into this one.
And it's quickly 0-2. Pitch on the way. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. Fouled away. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
To the plate now, Noah Syndergaard. Hit back toward the mound. Scooped up. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. On now to the top of inning number 4. It's the Marlins 2 and the Mets nothing. All set for the start of the 4th. And coming forward now is the shortstop, Jazz Chisholm. Now here's the first offering. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
That's ball
2-0. Now the pitch. Swing and a liner, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
Now the payoff pitch home. Is at the knees and called strike 3.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
plate now, Sandy Alcantara. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. For the current campaign, Alcantara is below the Mendoza line. Batting average under 200, unfortunately.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
And he takes ball two, and it's 2-1.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. But sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
A swing and a miss there, 2-2. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. So back-to-back strikeouts for him here to start the inning. And that'll bring us to our Mets leaderboard. And as you can see, he's currently second on the ball club in that department. Here's Starling Marte. 2 outs already on the K this inning, so he'll be looking to do better. First pitch on its way. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Missed low and inside with it. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. This one's flared down the right field line. Alonso ranging into the outfield, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grab. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins, but they're on top 2-0. Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
No balls and 1 strike. Swinging a ground ball to third. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. So 1 down, no one aboard. And ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo. Here's the first pitch. Didn't quite catch the zone there, ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. 2 balls and no strikes to the Mets center fielder. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. To 2-2 now.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Dominic Smith is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Now with the base is empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
3-1 to the Mets left fielder. No runs, no hits, 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. reined in. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. They trail things here 2-0.
Got choice to sacrifice myself where I can take that.
All ready to go in the top of the fifth, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Luis Arias.
Luis Arias.
And now the first pitch. And that's in there for strike one. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away.
Hey, that's a great job right there. Knowing he had time to collect himself, I love the internal clock right there. Didn't rush it, took the extra step, gathered himself, and threw a bolt to first base.
Stepping in now, Mike Trout. He'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And it's gone. It's a solo home run here for Mike Trout. So a milestone here. And even 50 home runs on the year now as the Marlins have taken a 3-0 lead.
Oh, man, it's so rare to see a guy put up 50 dingers in a season, especially in recent years. Well, he just did. It's been incredible to watch. What a season.
Nick Castellanos now. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
At the plate, Jesus Aguilar, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. He bounced out last time up. One and one now the count to the Marlins first baseman.
Can't come out of his game plan right here. He knows he's a known sinker baller. I know it was a four-seamer right there, but get back to that two-seam. It's what his MO is.
One and two now as that one's fouled off. Castellanos, base runner at first with one out. He takes strike three called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
Into the box, Jorge Alfaro. And a ball 1-0. A hit in two tries for him so far. The 1-0 gets him out in front on a good changeup. Now the 1-1 pitch. And it's fouled away.
Hey, he's been on point from the start of this game. Just pounding the zone with a high 90s fastball. It almost looks like he's gotten stronger as the game's gone on.
Breaking ball called just a bit low.
2 strikes.
He's certainly pushing the throttle and pulling it with those 4 pitches. Statistics class tells me I'm sitting fast.
Hit to third. Davis has got it. McNeil at second to finish off the force play, and that retires the side. But the Marlins tack on one more, courtesy of the solo home run. Middle of the night at Citi Field. It's 3-0 Miami. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. Leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can tell in between innings, the veterans in that dugout going up and down the line, trying to keep this lineup from getting super frustrated. They just have to find a way to piece it together, maybe pass the baton, get some wheels in motion, maybe get aggressive on the base pass if they can get somebody on.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this is going to wind up a foul ball.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
The 1-2. Another one sent foul. Here he comes again, 1-2.
I got to count 2 and 2.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
In now, Michael Conforto, as he'll look at a
Count
fastball
1-0.
too high for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
Now the 2-1. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this will be fouled away. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
That's back-to-back punch-outs, and he's really starting to rack them up now, guys. I've got 8 strikeouts in my scorebook for him now, so he's got good stuff.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor, and he fouls this one off. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at-bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
2 strikes.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Francisco Lindor.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Hey, offense needs to check itself right here. They need to make this starter a little bit more uncomfortable. 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings.
3-2 pitch. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. They trail it here 3-0. Taijuan Walker takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 99, Taijuan Walker.
Now to the plate, here is Brian Anderson. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
Inside, ball 1. No, inside.
Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And now it'll kick around in the corner. He's around first, heading for 2. And the Marlins have something cooking. It's a leadoff double.
When it left his bat, I thought it might curve foul, but he manages to squeak it just inside the right field line for a well-hit line drive double. By the time the right fielder tracked it down, he was easily into second.
So now to the plate, Jazz Chisholm. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. Ready with the 1-0 pitch.
That's ball 2.
Clearly staying from him this bat with that runner scoring position. Trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
Fouled off. Anderson stands at second with no outs. Just a tick behind for a strike. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight.
The pitcher, number 22.
Coming to the plate now, the pitcher for the Marlins, Sandy Alcantara, struck out in his last trip to the plate. First pitch of the AB now.
That's the ball.
And that misses ball 1.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
1 out and a runner on second base. This one's flared off to the right side. Catch made here in shallow right, probably too shallow to advance. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Starling Marte. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. First pitch on its way. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
No reason to give in to him here with the base open. Putting him on base just gives your defense more ways to help get you out of this.
Now the 2-0 is taken, strike 1. 3-1 to the Marlins left fielder. Luis Arias would be next. The 3-1. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Coming in is Nimmo. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Marlins leave one. They lead it 3-0.
Yeah. Okay, you asked for it. About to go no.
So here is J.D. Davis. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Pitch on the way. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
You got to love guys auto taking you 0-0 if you're on the mound. You could steal that first strike, and now you go to work, just picking apart the corners.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
Nope,
And there's ball 2 now. Very weakly on the ground.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
And another foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now. And I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Standing in now, James McCann. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up. But that was a nice job of laying off.
Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
3-ball count right now. This looks like the best chance of getting a base runner on so far.
And the perfect game will go by the wayside here as this pitch misses for ball 4.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Robinson Cano will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Hitting for the Mets. Number 24, Robinson.
Cano waits on the first pitch. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He comes in at 262 on the year, 8 home runs and 28 RBIs. Bouncer up the middle. He's got it. The second for 1. Back to first, and that was a sparkler. A double play, and the inning is over. Nothing doing for the Metropolitans. Still down 3-0. Dylan Betances is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 68, Dylan Betances.
All set for the start of the inning, and set to go is the second baseman, Luis Arias. From the stretch. Starts him with a good rising
0-1.
fastball there for strike one.
That was a good swing right there. It might be the best one he's had all night because he was right on it.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Right down the chute that time. 1-2.
1-2.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle center cut.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch.
Wow, I'm not sure if he was looking past this guy to the slugger coming up or just lost focus. But now the big bat steps to the plate with a great RBI opportunity.
Into the box now, Mike Trout. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. This year against right-handed pitching, Trout is carrying around a batting average in the 320s. That's what you might call potent.
You want to talk about having a career season, Matty. This guy's batting average is through the roof, one of the best in the business, and maybe more importantly, his OPS is through the roof as well, which means he's doing it with damage.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
The count is 1-2.
He wasn't even close to swinging right there. That was a stone-cold take.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
Ball, that's in.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Fastball called for strike 2.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
The 0-2 once more
Ball
is
1.
looked at for ball 1. Arrives a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out. And up next will be the power-hitting first baseman, Big Jesus Aguilar. Has a look, now the pitch.
Ball 1, no strike. That's a ball.
Two-0 count, the pitch is looked at for the first strike.
I got 2-1 the count.
Fouled away.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 1 left for Miami, but they lead it 3-0. of the 7th here, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil.
The second baseman, number 6.
Now here's the first offering.
Hey, this guy's been
0-1
throwing
the
a
count.
gem so far. We're moving on later into this game, and he's right at about league average for first pitch strikes.
One and one to the Mets leadoff hitter. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
Hit down the third baseline. Oh, look at the sliding stop. And the first out of the inning is a beautiful one. What a play. And here's that one again with show track. Great reactions to knock it down with the sliding stop. And almost just as impressive was the throw all the way across to beat the runner. Any way you look at it, a fantastic play. Here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo, as he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. No hits to this point. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, he got the leadoff guy in inning on a ground out, and now he's 0-2 to start this at bat. He looks really sharp so far to start the 7th.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Got him swinging in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Nimmo is retired, 2 down now.
The left fielder, number 2.
Next to hit is Dominic Smith. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1.
It's really hard to work deep into games when you're having an outing like this guy is. You're going to strike out a lot of guys. Well, guess what? Your pitch count's going to go up too.
The windup and the 0-1. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. Mets go down 1-2-3. They trail in this one 3-0. Aaron Luke has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 32, Aaron Luke.
Leading off the inning, it'll be Jorge Alfaro trying to pad their lead here before the bottom of the inning. First offering.
Ball.
Good tailing action there. It's 1-1. Up in the zone for him, and he takes a called strike 2.
Put that in the memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
And he won't go after the cut fastball. 2-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. And now here is Brian Anderson. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Popped him up. McCann is under this one. And there's the second out of the inning. Now at the plate here is Jazz Chisholm. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. First pitch of the AB on its way. Cut fastball taken for strike one. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
0-2. Here it comes. He struck him out. The third time he's fanned in the game. Miami down in order, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Here's Pete Alonso. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Nah, they just haven't had much of an answer, Matty. They've been off balance and baffled all game. He's got a nice, comfortable lead. You have to think he's going to pound the strike zone. But here, get aggressive.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
At the plate now is Michael Conforto. His dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been so great in this one. You want to see him finish what he started, but you also have to start worrying about things like injuries. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, and some guys are just more capable of that than others, but not a lot of good things tend to happen when you've worked as hard as he has in this one.
1 out, nobody on. Not close. It's 2-0.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
Hot shot down the line, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Well, a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 outs remain, but the finish line is starting to come into focus now.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
First pitch of the AB now. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Ball 2.
Ball 2.
2-1 after the foul ball there. 2 out, nobody on. A 3-ball, 1-strike count to the Mets shortstop.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Trout coming on. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Mets. They trail it here 3-0. Edwin Diaz enters from the pen to start the ninth inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth. Miguel Rojas trying to get his club a little ninth inning insurance as he'll grab a bat to pinch hit, leading things off here. First pitch on its way. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. And he buys himself another pitch as this is fouled away to keep it at 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
1 ball.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Some guys with big arms like this, they're just chuckers. They just throw the ball as hard as they can, and where it ends up isn't that big of a concern, but that wasn't the case there. That was a very well-pitched fastball right on the corner at the knees. Good luck hitting that one.
Digging in next will be Starling Marte. No balls and a strike to count. Comes set with the 0-1.
No, that's down.
Diaz is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Well, he was definitely not looking off speed on that pitch. I'll tell you, he had to be sitting on a fastball on that one because it's coming in hot, and he still manages to get out front of that and yank it for 2 bases.
Now a pickoff play at second and a dive, but he's back. To the plate now, Luis Arias. And he'll quickly send a line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Mike Trout.
Stepping in once again is Mike Trout, head-to-head against Edwin Diaz, batting at an even .400. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch, and it's fouled away.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Line hard toward right center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. And he's in safely at third. As also on the play, a run comes across to score. So that's his second knock of the game, and you can add this to his ever-growing list of multi-hit performances this season.
Does this guy ever look bad at the dish? I mean, really doesn't. Fighting for a batting crown, throwing out multi-knock games daily. It's going to be a fight to the finish right here.
Nicholas Castellanos is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. He's got 1 hit in 4 at-bats. Now it's 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Oh, and here's a slider that's ruled a ball. 3-0 now.
Ball 3, and things are starting to get real interesting. It's time to start making some good pitches.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. A strike, and it's 3-1.
Now, that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
Trout at third with 2 away. And he missed with it there. Ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Next to dig in, Jesus Aguilar. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Looking to minimize the damage here. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
This one's down to third. McNeil at second to finish off the force play, and that retires the side. Marlins get 1 here on a couple of hits. We'll head now to the bottom of the 9th. It's the Marlins 4 and the Mets nothing. John Curtis, the 6'5" right-hander, takes over on the mound.
Number 39, John Curtis.
All set for the bottom of the 9th. And set to go is the third baseman, J.D. Davis.
J.D. Davis.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Trout has a read on it. Makes the play. 1 away. Here's a look at the final line for the Marlins starting pitcher. He was on point from the get-go this evening.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
At the plate now, James McCann. As he'll take a look at a high strike here on the outside corner, it's 0-1. Curtis, a native Texan. He was taken in the 6th round during the 2014 draft.
Hey, when you come out of the middle round, you have to grind for everything. And that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
Fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Now the 0-2 pitch. Line to the right side. And there goes the combined no-hitter. They finally broke through for their first hit of the ballgame, so the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, baby. This is when you start thinking about that no-no. You get into the 7th inning, D-Row. As a pitcher, you start looking ahead to what might happen.
And the donut stare from an offensive standpoint as well. This guy's had his eight. You can't knock the fact that he pitched the heck of the game. But from an offensive standpoint, you never stop going to get the crooked number up on that.
He'll swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of 268. The average for him coming in. 14 homers, 39 driven in. One count and pitch.
Well,
Runner at first here, man out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And upstairs running the count to 3-1.
3-1.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And he lets off all 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done. Roberto Osuna takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 24.
So here's Jeff McNeil, and these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
Ball, that's upstairs.
Fastball just missed above the zone.
Ball,
And
that's
he
low.
won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind the count with guys on base.
Count. The pitch is taken, ball 3.
Your offense goes out and gives you a 4-run cushion. You have to find a way to stop struggling. Compose yourself and get your mechanics on point. It'd be a shame to let this one slip away.
And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
It was obvious when the count went to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
So here's Brandon Nimmo. He went down on strikes last time up.
And he can't allow the same thing to happen in this situation. This is a big-time spot in this game. He's got to find a way to put the ball in play.
First pitch on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. McCann, the runner at third. VR on second. McNeil is over at first with 1 away. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. One and one, here it comes. Fly ball out toward left center field. Marte is under it. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. And there's a first step in the comeback. The sac fly makes this a 4-1 ball game.
That's a spot right there as a pitcher where you'll trade an out for a run anytime. Bases loaded, and only 1 run scores on the sacrifice fly.
Into the box, Dominic Smith.
Yep, that ball
as the
went
first
out.
pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Two men are on with 2 men out. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch, and he fouls this one off. The Mets down to their final strike. Grounded to the right. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first is going to be in time to take care of him, and the Marlins have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over. A 4-1 finish in this evening game. Miami took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Sandy Alcantara earned his 9th win of the year, not allowing a single hit in 8 complete innings of work. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
I ain't never frontin' for no pump fake. Yeah, yeah.
Everybody know y'all like the funk fake. Yeah, yeah. They want with me like some duct tape. Coming easy to me, do that in one take.